This woman had a strange habit. She loved knitting scarves right at the edge of a cliff. As the scarf grew longer, its other end started slipping off the cliff. To keep from being pulled down, she knitted faster and faster. But no matter how fast her hands moved, the scarf kept dragging her closer to the edge. Soon, she was yanked off balance and nearly fell. At the last second, she hooked her foot on a rock. Dangling there, she looked at the scarf she'd worked so hard on. She couldn't let it go, so she started knitting again, faster than ever. Incredibly, she climbed her way back up. Her hands moved so quickly that the scarf floated in the air like a kite, but the yarn was running out. She looked down to grab another roll and almost got pulled over again. She held tight, refusing to lose what she'd made. Then, something caught her eye. A single loose strand of hair on her forehead. That's when it hit her. She had been knitting with her own hair she'd been growing for 30 years, but even that would run out someday. The scarf pulled harder, dragging her toward the cliff again. That's when she saw it, a pair of scissors, glinting in the sunlight. She crawled toward them, inch by inch, but the scarf tugged violently, throwing her to the ground. In desperation, she jammed her knitting needles into the dirt and clawed her way forward. Just as her fingers brushed the scissors, the needles snapped. The scarf whipped her toward the cliff. For a moment, it seemed like the end, but then, she bit through the scarf with her teeth, and somehow, she climbed back to safety. Breathless, she stared down at the dangling scarf below. Her hands moved unconsciously, still miming the act of knitting. Shaken by what had just happened, she threw her knitting needles off the cliff. Yet the very next day, she returned with a stool and plenty of yarn, determined to knit the longest scarf in the world. After hearing her story, what would you have done?